that sounds mean and vicious, but that's the world we're living in right now. So this mastermind of having this thing, something that 3% works and 97% doesn't even work, that's wrong. So I can't tell her she shouldn't do it. She's got to do what she's going to do, because if she's going to do it,
are we on?
if they're going to do it, they got to know how and what they're getting themselves into. So there's your physical, your family mastermind, your medical mastermind. This new thing about the kid that gets the shots, the peanut reacts to peanut oils or whatever.
It's an allergy shot.
Allergy. So they have a little backpack, and the little tube in there that if they get automatically, or they get used to, or they get
a reaction
to this peanuts or whatever, then they take this thing out and the kid's fine. They're telling me on the television that it's just a few years ago, it was $80 per vial. $80. And about a year time, if you haven't used it, you got to get a new one, because it goes out, it runs out. So every few years, a year and a half or so, you got to get a new vial. Right now, the same vial, the same vial is now $500 for. $500 for the same thing for 80. No changes at all in it, because they got a new patent, and they blocked out this other guy out, and he couldn't make any for his own, so they got the only show in town. Now, this is the medical world.
That's a mastermind.
That's right. It's a mastermind.
Squeeze the middle class.
Squeeze me, baby.
So what? What do we start over, Gail, or what?
Huh? I don't know. Just keep going. What you want to do.
Where did we come in? Just right now, or
About 3 minutes ago.
oh my gracious!
So we lost the first part?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. We're talking about evolving our mastermind, and what
What is a mastermind, basically?
Yeah, what Kahu has been doing with Master Carol in his meditation, he's being shown ways to evolve our mastermind from the third dimension into the fourth light.
Let's
right?
be careful. We're going to get out this program first.
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I've told you about is in kind of bad cases. Now, I'm not going to repeat them again, because I feel good about talking about it, but understand this: the family mastermind, the family masterminds, you got to have your family right now, and I guarantee you this: if you don't have a mastermind, there's something wrong with you. Because not wrong with you, but something not going to be normal about you. Because no, I'm serious, because the mastermind is implanted from the birth of your parents to you, to your children's and your children's children. But understand this thing: it's not going to be that good of a mastermind, because if you could get out of this journey, the third dimension, get out of the third dimension, get to the fourth dimension. Let's just call it the fourth dimension. There's a new dimensional process that's coming right now, and that's about us getting off of this conscious we've been working with and getting to the new weaves of light.
Well, okay, what is a mastermind? I think it's a supportive energy that helps one to achieve our goals in life, right? But
I don't think so.
Okay, what is it?
I think a mastermind is what you live involved in a mastermind. Now, what we've used in the past, we've used it for businesses, or for gaining school for your children, getting a special school, or getting them into the right programs or whatever. Maybe as a school teacher, kindergarten teacher, or a preschool teacher, they've had now there's a few, I swear to God, I haven't known one that is really a powerful teacher.
Okay.
But I can tell you this, most teachers, from what I can tell, and I'm not in the school system, but I can tell you many of the teachers have got this whole attitude of just teach them and get them gone.
Well, that is a mastermind, a Department of Education mastermind, right?
Right.
They play within that realm, isn't it?
Right.
Okay. But isn't that it?
Yes.
So,
yes.
so those teachers who are progressive try to
They try to change
it,
That's
but
right.
they're blocked because of the system that they are, the matrix that they are in. And we can put that, you can, apply that to your family unit, right? And the workplace, of course, and your healing. And from how our discussion yesterday is like, what we provide here at the Honolulu Church of Light, at Carol.com, and the Signature Cell Healing, we are a mastermind that supports people's healing process, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
So I'm going to go a little over my head now because I'm going to tell you Master Kyo's going to be the next week or 2 weeks from now. Whatever. He's going to be talking about this thing called the Fourth Dimensional Mastermind. And the Fourth Dimensional Mastermind is a real mastermind. If you really wanted to get something, you can get to this right here. But now you've got to learn to do certain things in order to get off this earth plane, to get away from this matrix of energy that we know is a mastermind, that we know. I said all the bad things about, not to make anybody feel bad, but I told you that's the truth of what I can explain to you right now. The political system, the schooling system, the family system, every system has got to be so messed up. And why is that happening? It's happening because we don't know any better, basically. We've got 2 people running for office right now. I'm not going to say good or bad.
In the United States.
Right, United States, we've got
Right.
2 people running for president. One of them is going to be one, the other is going to be the other. But right now, we've got a couple of people that are supposedly not a good choice for anybody, because this one has been doing it for 20 years. This one is brand new. But anyway, you take the new guy or the lady, and you bounce it off.
He's talking about Trump and Hillary.
Thank you for not mentioning the names, but that you know.
We're from the United States.
Yeah, right. We are. From the
People
United
are
States.
aware.
Well, I can tell you this much: Donald Trump is said not to be fit for the office. I don't know. But Hillary is not going to be much more fit. I don't know this as well either, but I can tell you this much: you've got to make a decision right now. And once you make a decision, you've got to get out of this thing in the television to get into these ruckuses you see on television. The guys that are yelling and screaming, and oh my God, it's terrible. But I went to my mastermind, my own mastermind in the fourth line, and they said very simply, they said, all I have to do is vote. That should be too tough, right? It's not too tough. So I'm going to vote. And no matter what I vote, is going to have some kind of outcome. But don't worry about it, because if I vote and let's say I'm going to vote for the lady and I don't want to vote for the man, well, that's okay. But if he wins this thing, well, then you're going to see where it's going to go. And understand this as well. When this happens, should it happen that way, well, we'll see what happens.
Okay, interesting.
All right.
You said you went to your mastermind
That's
in the fourth dimension.
That's right.
How did you, okay, tell me what is that
Did
a
you get there?
concept? Is
That was
that,
not a concept.
how, is that, did you form it, or was it already there for you? Or could I go into my meditation and say, I'm ready for my mastermind in the fourth line?
Sure, you can.
But okay, what is the process then to get to our mastermind, our individual mastermind in the fourth level?
Let's talk it back into the reality of what we're teaching here, signature cell healing. We
Okay.
know signature cell healing, the principles of thought projections and bringing photon energy and soul and so forth. What we know is that we've got a four-bodied system: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. That much we know.
Okay.
Now, physical and emotional is pretty stock. As you get to the mental world, we always tell you, you get the local brain inside your brain, and you get your higher consciousness. Oh, I was a teacher. I know this. I know my higher brain, and my lower brain, and my higher brain. And we get the spirit self, which we never talked about it very much about. So anyway, what I did was, as Master Kirill, I'm going to step on him a little bit because he's going to explain this all to you when he comes in here next week, Friday, is it? Next Wednesday? 2 weeks from Wednesday?
2 weeks from
2 weeks from
now,
Wednesday.
today.
He's going me to tell you how to do this thing. And I won't tell you because it's too involved, but you can do it right now if you wanted to. I'll tell you what it is. You've got to get off of this body and get your heart neurons pumping up into this whole thing. And when you go to this next space, the next level of consciousness, which is the fourth dimension, for lack of better words, and that is where it really is. The fourth dimension is right there. And the higher self is right there. Now, my first trip up there, I saw what I thought was just a globule of energy. And Master Kirill told me later on.
Sphere.
No, it was,
No glove?
well, he said that was my higher self. And I went, oh my
Okay.
God. Anyway, a couple times later, I went up there, and the spirit self turned out to be an angel. Now, I think I'm talking like a crazy person, but I'm not a crazy person. But anyway, these two parts came to this reality. Now, I can tell you about my physical body, my emotional body, because I can feel it right here in my heart. My mental, because it's my brain. The spirit, I know spirit's out there someplace. But this is in your face type energies. You get there, and you get to talk to that two energies, which is the spirit self, which is Master's going to fit with me. I know this. Before I even get out of here, he's going to yell at me. But I tell you this: the spirit self is what brought you into this earth plane. Mother and father came together, and you came into this journey, and you got into the pineal gland, and you were born into this life. Now, this is going to be too much. Anyway,
Well, just
depending
share
on
what
what
we
you-
know.
depending on what you know, what I know is that at this point, you are born into this lifetime. And I was born here after 1 year of absence. Before I was born, I was died in 1945. I was born in 1946. Go do the math. It's 70 years old. Don't relax. But I was born, died at 1945, and I was reborn into this earth plane as Fred Sterling. And I knew nothing about nothing from nothing, all the way up to I am right about standing here right now, because they tell me I'm a medium. I know I'm a medium, and I'm a good medium. But I never wanted to be a medium. I really didn't want to be a medium.
Well, you never had that thought.
I didn't have a thing. No. For the first 20 years, beyond that, but 21, 22 years, I didn't want to be a medium.
You never had. You didn't even have a thought of being spiritual.
No, I didn't. Not at all. Anyway, so I became a medium, and because this mediumship is this master guy, Kirill, he tells me when I get up here to this fourth dimensional, I could feel myself leaving here. I'll tell you, he'll tell you about how to do it there when you come back next week. But
2 weeks from now.
But I get up there and I see this globule and I see this angel presence, or not angel, but some kind of angel presence.
Looks to you.
Looks like an angel to me. But anyway, and they tell me, we're going to be a mastermind with you. And I said, whoa, that's so cool. And I sit there and I'm thinking about what would I want to do with it. And they said, well, what's going on in your earth plane? So I said, well, political. How do I vote? And he said, well, who you want to vote? And I said, well, that's not much of an answer. Well, it's the only answer you're going to get from us because we don't know what's going to happen until you vote. I could have my whole journey right here. No, you can vote one time in the Americas. That's one time you get. Anyway, then they said, once you know you're going to vote, you don't listen anymore. You don't have to listen for days or weeks or months or years. You know what you're going to vote, and that's how you're going to do. And so I'm going to vote. And they said, anyway, let me carry with that because this is the important part right now. A couple of things I've done up there. I've gotten up to this thing. I can't get there every night. I'm sorry to tell you folks. I can't get there every night. For some reason, I can't get there every single night. I was there last night, and it was really good because they told me some of the things we're going to talk about today and tomorrow, and within range of this next three or 4 months, we'll talk about a lot of things. But
for those of you that just tuned in, you're tuned into the Spiritual Seekers, the Evolution of Mastermind, and Kahu Fred Sterling is sharing his journey of moving his mastermind from the third dimension into the fourth dimension. And what I think I'm getting from you, Kahu, is that, we have a human mastermind, and that involves the physical, the emotional, and the mental.
Our brain.
And yet it worked for us for a time, for spiritual
seekers. And it will
seekers.
continue to work for many of you right now.
But now it's time because of the, correct me if I'm wrong, because of the photon energy and all of that, and we're really close to the so-called 3 days of darkness. It's now time to get involved with our mastermind on the fourth light, and that includes our higher self,
omniconscious, your mind.
And then, so these the three aspects of the human mastermind, we now merge it with the higher self, or the omniconsciousness, and then our spiritual world, and that makes a trinity in itself, right? Something like that.
Yes.
I think from what I'm getting from you. I might not be right, folks, but then
you're right, but you got to lay it out a little nicer.
Yeah.
Because what I said was, a couple of times I've gotten up there, and I can get there just like you believe how simple it really is, but it's a blind. I've got to go through a blind space to get there, because I can tell you, it's so empowering right now. I am relieved beyond my wildest dreams. My wildest dreams, I don't have anything to care about at all on the third dimension except standing here and doing one thing and one thing alone. Guess what it is? Take a guess. Going once, going twice. Aging my soul. Aging my soul is the most important thing you'll ever do on this earth plane. Period, 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 period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Aging my soul is the only reason I'm even going to stay here. Now, I did that 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago. I had a stroke. Remember that? Some of you remember. There's no big deal. But I can tell you this. I had a stroke 10 years ago, and I was supposed to die at that point. I'm still here, obviously, because I'm talking to you. But I can tell you this. At that time right there, I was tired of this whole journey. I had to get out of here, 60 years old. There's enough of this crud. There's too much junk going on in the world. And I spent the next 10 years searching and trying to figure this out, figure that out. I went to Las Vegas for a couple of years. And Patty and I dragged her out of here and toured to Las Vegas. And then I went into Russia and Germany and around the world to teach single-cell healing. I don't know why, but I had to do it. So I did that. But now I'm back, and I can tell you this thing. I have not done anything wrong. I've done anything wrong at all, period. But I can tell you right now, this new let me step right here right now. This fourth dimension is upon us right now as we're speaking. And if you're aging your soul, that's the only reason we even came here. We're aging our soul. Now, I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you right now. And that's okay. If you don't like it, flip it out. Go on. I mean, it's okay. I don't care. But I care this much about you and you. But I care enough to remind you that the aging of your soul is the only reason you're even staying here. And I guarantee you this much. If you're aging your soul, how do you know if you're aging soul? You can feel the goodness inside your body. And that's the key right there. So you're having a bad day, it's all right, you have a bad day. You're going to have a bad day. But at the end of every day, if you do one of two things, you're going to get into the 5-breath meditation. I'm sorry, I can't say it. Yeah, I can because it's hard. You got to do the 5-breath meditation. Now, what's a 5-breath meditation? It's not exactly as I just said it because 5 breaths is 5 breaths, right? Well, you now know you have 5 times 5. 5 times, 1 in the brain, 1 to the eyes, 1 to the heart, 1 to the stomach,
The lower
and the lower chakra. 5 breaths per. Now, somebody said to me a couple days ago, and I know she's in there, so forgive me if you will, but she said, I cut my finger or something like that, and it doesn't look good at all. I said, what'd you do? She said, well, I did the 5-breath meditation. And I said, well, did it help? And he said, not as much as I'd like it to. I said, well, you did the 6th breath, right? She said, no, you said 5 breaths. See, it's my way of...
6th set of
That's
breath.
right. The 6th set of 5 breaths.
On that, focusing on
On the
the
finger.
concern.
So now I'm in another mastermind, another group with today, and this guy says, I did my 5-breath meditation, and I said, that's really good. And he said, well, I got dizziness. And I said, well, what do you do with it? He said, well, you came and healed it the other day. It's pretty good, but now it's coming back. So I said, well, are you doing the 5-breath meditation? He said, yeah. Did you go to the 6th breath, to the 7th, to the 8th or 9th breath? I take usually about 3 or 4 extra breaths, which is 20 more breaths, right? Because 4 times 5 times 4 is 20. But the fingered lady or this guy with the dizzy spells or whatever, it's perfect for them. But if you're going to do it, and this is where I got this new shade, I'm going to write out Master Joe right this very second. Because he told this one guy today, he said, if you're going to do the 5-breath meditation for 27 days, I know it's 27 days. It's the bowl back here, no. But 27 days, do it 27 days without fail, once at night and once in the morning. Oh my God, what a terrible thought that is. 1 at night, oh my God, it's just too much. Well, he said, if you get to that, you'll never stop because I will be in your heart from that time forward.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, that means you're really serious about moving your raising your soul age, right?
that's right. So if I got to carry him, it's been more than three months for me, but I can tell you this, I do it every night without fail. So now, the reason I said that is because I get this one I use to get through all my journeys in my physical body. I told you I had a little pain she did my healing last night, and I told her pain here, and whatever. And she did it well, it's perfectly. But before I got there last night, after I get her healing, I said to myself, why am I telling her? I want to get my own healing journey. Duh. So I did, and I did my 5-breath meditation. And I put it in there, and I saw my hand in front of me like this, and this energy came down. The photon came in and went in there and went around the bones and worked around and worked out and come back out and left. I said, that didn't do it. I didn't work because it didn't work. It didn't work, right? So I came out of the meditation eventually, did a couple of things, and I got back here and I said, see, it worked. Oh, God. Between her healing and my own healing, her healing and my healing, we've got it fixed. Now that's so, God bless it, powerful. This 5-breath meditation is so powerful.
So, okay, let's take it back to the mastermind. So he and I have this mastermind that says anything and everything can be healed,
That's right. That's right.
right?
That's right.
So it's just, we got to work at it, because we live partly about at least 12 hours. Our focus is on the third dimension. So we have a physical body that is what? That is subject to the mastermind of the third dimension, which is the yin and yang. And
Everything has an opposite.
yeah,
Boing, boing,
and
boing.
the cells are breaking down. And, that's why the prana breath is what we're doing, is we're lighting it up. We're energizing the cells in our body. And, if there's a really special friend of ours that come to our healing service on Sundays, he said he has a cancer in his prostate.
Yeah.
Right? But
A very special friend.
we know that when he enters this room, there's this consciousness, there's this mastermind that says, yes, you can heal it. But once he gets out the door into the doctor world, they'll have the iffy kind of, oh, maybe you will, maybe you don't. But if he does, though, he's consistent with the 5 breath meditation every night, twice a day.
Can it be that simple?
Yeah,
my
he
friends?
can bring himself back into this consciousness, this mastermind that says, yes, you can heal from this.
Now, that said, for my special friend there, because he was very nice to say something about the church service we did last week or a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was such a blessing to have me in here. But I can tell you this. I'm going to tell you right now, for those of you that were wondering what happened to the first part of the program, I was telling things I should have been telling you.
Okay.
So it was blanked out. It's blanked out. So you swear to God, that's why this mastermind, that it comes into my presence, and I'm sitting there saying, why would they keep the black screen up there? What's it doing? And we're going talking, la 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 la, and finally when I get smoothed out and I'm ready to go, poof, the picture comes up, she comes up, everything's perfect. So anyway, don't even go looking for it. But I can tell you this, it has been a magical journey. So what I was telling you about, the 4th dimension. Now, I wrote the book called The Great Shift back there. You can get it online and a downloadable book, or it's like $4, $5, $6, something like that. I don't know what it is, but you
No.
look at that.
It's not that. Oh, the downloadable?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so.
it's $4, $7. I don't know, but go in there and look for it. And understand this thing. I did this thing 15 years ago. No, 8, 12, 13 years ago. I don't know.
Oh, no, over 20.
Yeah. You read
20
that?
years.
98?
Almost 20 years.
Oh my God. It's almost 20 years ago. And it's still relevant today. It's still relevant today. She showed up this book over here called The Conscious Creators, 10 Principles of Consciously Creator. And it makes more sense to me now than it's ever made for anybody. Because this 4th dimensional journey we can get to right now, it's there if we just had the courage to go there. So if you're doing anything and you want to get it changed, you get there, you come in here, Master Kira will talk to you on what's the date of this thing? The Conscious Creators.
31st of August.
31st.
2 Wednesdays from
That's the
now.
end of this month. 31st of August, you come in and he will tell you how to get there. And I got to tell you this thing. I would tell you myself, but I'm still stumbling in and out of this thing. Sometimes 2 or 3 days go by and I go up there and I see that I have beautiful meditations and all the colors are nice, but nothing happens. And then I go back after, and I go back and get in there, and I get this little thing that said to me, don't worry about the outcome from political, because you can't do anything about that.
Right.
You've got to make your vote. So I'm so relieved at that right now.
Okay, I got a question.
I haven't.
I think maybe I'm not consciously yet, but I think merging with my if that's the right term, merging
See,
with my
yeah.
fourth dimensional mastermind, because I think for 3 nights now, after I do my prana breathing, oh, I love that part when I put my palm, my hands on the bottom chakras, and then I leave it there, and it takes me away to somewhere. And what I've been doing is coming down here, getting the energy of the bowl and taking it to a place I know it's a fourth dimension. I know. So I'm coming here, picking up the healing bowl and taking it up to the fourth light. Because,
Now,
yeah,
let me interrupt you. Because it's the first time you told me, right?
yeah, because,
You're weird. It's weird, right? I can tell you this whole thing is weird because, well, I shouldn't say weird because it's scary you out. But I can tell you what she's telling you right now. I've had so many things happen the last 2 weeks that it's miraculously, it's changing my life. I can tell you this. I have a friend of here in the Earth Dimension that wants to get his he's going to listen to this. I'm going to tell him right now. He wanted to get his own place where you do healings, and I think no problem with that. He's going to do single cell healing. I don't know. Doesn't matter because healings are healings are healings are healings. But anyway, Master Kirill told him, you got to clean out the place where you're going to do it. You got to clean it out completely. You got to paint the floor, paint the walls, do everything. It's going to be completely cleared out, and you will then succeed at your healing journey. Now, he was in here a couple of weeks ago, and I asked him, how you doing? He said, well, I've been kind of busy, and I got the cats over there, blah, blah, blah.
so
I can tell you this.
yeah.
One of the things he said was if you've got a bunch of piles of stuff around you and you don't know what you're doing to get there, and you're concentrated here and here and there and there and there, and you don't take care of business first and foremost, then you're going to know what you're going to be. The box has got to go.
So our mastermind here.
She's avoiding this because she don't want to hear it.
Okay, we don't have to go there again.
I know.
So one of the masterminds here, and then we try where if you have a question, and please go on video, because in 2 weeks time we have to perfect this, because that's what Master Guide Kirill wants to see. When you ask your question, he wants to see your face, and he wants to hear your voice, because but that's how he works, right? He works off of the vibration of your voice.
That's right.
And but we haven't been doing that. So we have to perfect this in 2 weeks time. So if you have a question, please click on what's that? The request.
You got to raise your hand up or something like that on the computer.
Yeah.
With the hand up or whatever, and then we'll take your question, and we'll be out in front of 3 or 4 people.
Right.
So maybe somebody's already left.
Keep it on topic. Oh, we got Kelly.
Right,
Okay. We've been testing with the Kelly the past 2 weeks, so I hope it works this time. Kelly, welcome. We welcome you. Oh, it's coming.
Almost came. Hello to Kelly.
Oh, there she is.
She's not quite.
No, she's not quite there.
That's her picture. Which she's there because she's behind that picture.
Okay. Okay, let's have Gail work on it. Okay, so let's
Okay, to Kelly, go ahead and talk.
can we hear her? We can't hear her.
Nothing. I hate to do this for you, but this is going to be important. We saw her just briefly. I saw her.
I got a question while we're waiting for her. So what do we do? How do we know the mastermind, our family mastermind, and our workplace mastermind, and the healing mastermind that's kind of not fostering our life journey?
There's no masterminds in the third dimension that are working.
Oh,
Bummer, yeah. Partially, yes, they are partially working, depending on your strength. Now, if you got the strength, you can make it work right over here in the third dimension. But I can tell you this thing,
strength like in what?
strength of
Love?
love, big L, thank you. That's the only one, whoops, L,
Raising your vibration of love?
your heart, love, love, love. But I can tell you this thing, if you really got your heart into it, you're going to get it right now. And if you don't get your heart into it, you might get it anyway. Because enough longevity, you keep going, you finally get it, you say,
Yeah.
what was I doing that thing? Oh, I was doing that. Oh, I was.
Oh, you mean it's a slower process?
That's right, guaranteed.
But if you bring in your fourth dimensional mastermind,
That's right.
it will be faster.
Oh, faster, lady, you cannot believe how fast that.
Okay.
But you have to understand it. When you get to this thing, you can't do what I just done, but like the program out, because you can't do it. You've got to be nice with this whole thing. Because I was trying to tell out some beautiful things. I wasn't mean to hurt anybody, but it might have been. It didn't go out anyway, so it doesn't matter now. But anyway.
Well, block it. Maybe it's not. Maybe the where the powers that be on Earth blocked it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So, like Philip, everyone Philip, and Mike Philip. But anybody, you can get up there and get to this fourth dimensional energies. You got it. Hello to Kelly.
I think we have a success here.
Yeah, she's coming. She's coming. Hello to Kelly. I can't hear you though, darling.
Oh, there she is!
We can't hear
Yay!
you.
Oh, we have her.
Tell her to
Turn your microphone. Turn on your microphone. Turn off your microphone.
We have the video, but we have no sound.
You're showing to them. They're out there. They're seeing you right now, to Kelly. You know that. So if you could do sign language, or Sue, can you ever do some sign language? Nothing coming out.
Okay.
You can hear us? You can hear us through the computer?
She has a thumbs up. What does that mean?
You're beautiful. Thank you so much. Anyway, keep wearing it, Gil.
Sorry.
It means, yes, I can hear you. Your mic is off. No, your mic is on.
Your mic's on, to Kelly.
Yeah, our mic is on. She's telling ours is on.
Oh, no. Our mic's fine.
Okay,
Anyway.
This is her question. Though.
Yeah, okay, here's your question.
Okay, she said, blessings to you, Kaku and Patty. In the 10 principles of consciously creating, one must be so focused within them, especially truth and clarity. But to have them all working before mastermind will come together. With going to the fourth dimension, as you are describing, it's more like a communication with your higher self in my eyes. Can you please comment?
It is a conversation with your higher self, with the omni-conscious now. Understand the omni-conscious is a little higher than your higher self, if you will, but
It's part of the omniconscious.
yeah, it is part of the higher self is part of the omni-conscious. Yes. But if you go to the omni-consciousness and you get into this fourth dimensional energies through the 5 breath meditations and everything we've been teaching for years and years and years, then you'll know how quickly it'll happen, because it slams right into this third dimension. Just boing, there it is. I was going to say something a few minutes ago. I got to say it because I don't want to get a lot of heat myself, but this guy was cleaning up his workplace. He's got to do it. Some people around me right now are cleaning up their workplaces, and I don't know why, but it might be something I'm doing that I don't even know, because it's that powerful. You can make things begin happen so quickly, and then you sit there and say, oh my God, that's be dangerous, isn't it? No, it's not dangerous, because if it's not working, what happens? You get a black screen over there. That was the key right there. So I can tell you this, Kelly, you're right. You've got to talk to your higher self or your omniconscious and get up there and be in the face with it. Get your face right in there. Now,
In love.
in love, it's got to be love. Sue over there, she said, "Oh, just say love." So look,
It's because they only know the language of love, the
That's
feeling
right.
of love.
that's the only thing you know about love. And love, see, love is the fifth dimension, right? Oh my God, here he goes again. We're in the third dimension. We only get to the fourth, the fifth dimension, right? Eventually, how do we get there? There's only one bridge into the fifth dimension. It's called the fourth dimension. Duh. Now I think duh because I should have known this for years and years and years and years. I just knew the fourth dimension was there, and then I got over there, stuck on a leaf, and blah blah blah. But I didn't know there's a pathway to the fifth dimension, which is love, 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 love. And the fifth dimension is the dimension feeding all dimensions. It's perfect. Now, sixth, seventh, Master from the seventh dimension, right? And he's going to the eighth dimension. And my friends are saying, I want to go to the eighth dimension. I go, great. I want to get out of the third dimension, basically. But I don't want to learn. I don't want to leave here and be born back here a year from now because I got to start over again. Get a little baby and, oh my God, what a terrible thought that is. What a terrible thought. Isn't that a terrible thought to be a little baby again? Oh, jeez. My little grandniece, she's such a doll. She's such a perfect energy. But I don't envy her for the life of me. She is so cool. I can't go. Anyway, I can tell you this. The fourth dimension is the bridge between us and the third dimension. And what you want to see is the love energy.
Between us and
There's some people in my studio audience right now. I know a couple of them right now. And I know they're loving, loving energies. All of them are just loving energies. I've seen them all cry, and I've seen them happy. And what's the difference between happy and crying? It's when you're doing it in love. You'll know when you're in love. You will never do anything outside of love when you get to this loving process. And I'm telling you right now, I'm getting closer to myself. I made some goof offs today. I apologize for it. I'm not Master Kira. You know I'm not Master Kira. He'll be in here. He'll talk to you very calmly and very smoothly. And he'll try to get there. And I can tell you this. If you listen to him, it may not be the first time you go up there. You never can tell.
I think
What you got?
I think what it is yes, we know a certain level of how mastermind works on the third dimension. But what I'm getting is through our discussion with Gail and I discussion with Kahu is that sometimes we have to throw away how we understand our mastermind right now,
Yeah.
and then bring in another aspect of masterminding. In this case, it's the fourth dimension, and I'm sure it is in this book. But we have what I'm getting from your book and Master Kira's book. You begin to understand the book as you. From a different perspective as you raise your vibration of love, and that's what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is read the masterminding. No,
You can't do it. See, there it is right there.
what you
It's a
can't read it?
shortcut. You get to the 10th principle, you have to get all the principles up in your mind again.
Oh,
A bummer, right?
yeah.
But you see, that's the key. Everything you're going to get to right now is going to have to get a path to get there. And if you do the complete path, she can do this. She can read there. And she'll do it. She'll say, oh my God, it's right there. Blah, blah, blah. But she did it right. Read the whole book. Oh my God, what a bummer that is. All of this whole book to get there to the 10th principle.
Right.
It's about masterminding.
So,
And I can tell you this, it's in there, guaranteed.
and if you are struggling with your healing process, or you're struggling with financial issues or whatever, come on, just read the book again and then tune in 2 weeks from now and we'll get another level of the scoop from Master Guide Kiriel. Do we have a question?
One more.
Okay.
Okay, this one's from David. May I ask how mastermind differs from being unified with your higher self and your own entourage, to use Cryan's words, for lack of a better one?
Okay. Great question.
Stay
I
tuned.
love Lee Carroll. I love Lee Carroll. And I've been in concert with him and with Cryon and Master Guide Kirill. There's a certain vibration takes over and you get, I swear to God, we can't be there very often because we get 100 people listening and they're all floating up off the floor. But I can tell you, your mastermind, this mastermind, the fourth dimension, is, you've got to be aware of what I'm saying. It takes on a new, the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. 4 bodies for healing. 4 bodies, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Now, this is the mental one here for our brain, and we work with the brain, and we do the 5 breath meditations. We put it in our hand and bring it down through this whole process. But when you get out of this conscious we know as the 3rd dimension, and you're just floating up in the sky, beyond the airs, basically, and you're floating up there, you see this little glob of energy, and you think, oh, that's why higher, that's my Omnicon, that's weird. But you see the spirit, this bigger spirit journey. And when you're talking about collective energies, they're going to be there with you. And if you get them with you, then you're going to get instant gratifications, because you'll understand what you need to understand in order to make your world age your soul.
Yeah.
Go back in this, if you're a conscious creator, I don't know if he's a conscious creator or not. Ask David if he's a conscious creator. If you answer that, don't worry about it. If you're a conscious creator, in the history of the conscious creators in there, there's a thing called aging your soul. Go into that and listen to it. It's about an hour and a half or something, but it is so empowering. And when you talk about bringing your collective consciousness into this, your beings that you understand, you love, and Master Kirill is my being, not mine, but
Your
he's the
guide.
only one I trust. He's the only one I trust completely. But I wouldn't go without him, I can tell you this. But he doesn't show himself up there. He's telling me he's there, and I take his word for it because he's there. So that's your answer. Yes, the collective mastermind, you get taken to the 4th light.
I think, yeah.
and clipped into the 5th.
I think it's a different, I know what David's saying, but I think in my yearning to know what you know, but it takes me to that through my own journey, but it could be different from yours, but it's a different, feeling. It's a different vibration that from what I know of my successful mastermind that I used to be part of. And it's just different, but it's, you got to experience it. It's all of a sudden you're there. The only thing that is a must is your 5 breath meditation.
That's right.
And your intention to know, to connect with that 4th dimension mastermind.
So let me do this for you right now, one more time. A 5 breath meditation, more than 5 breaths, right? 5 breath meditation is the 5 stages in the body for your healing journey. And I got to tell you this, my good friend, I can tell you about her because she would not have any hesitations. She stabbed herself in the finger, and she said it was oozing. Just the same day it was oozing. And she said, I did my 5 breath meditation, and it's still oozing. And I said, what about the 6th breath? She said, well, what's the 6th breath? Well, I explained to her. Now she knows how to do it, and she'll do it. Because you do the 5 breath meditation, put your right hand over top of your head, Call the photon energy. This is the kick right here. You call the photon energy around your hand and bring it down into your head, into your skull, get to your brain.
And you light up your whole brain with photon.
With the photon energy, right? Do it 5 times. 5 times in your brain. That's a lot of brain, a lot of photon energy, and you get a lot of energy.
Funny.
I swear to God, a lot of energy is going up there because it's so powerful. The second one comes into your eyes, and you've heard Master Kiro talk about it. You've heard your Dr. Will talk about it. They say the brain is like a little miniature eye, a little brain, right? Well, it really is, because you get in there, and you've got certain things you've got to be aware of. But anyway, I can't tell you right now. But 5 breaths through your eye takes it back to your
The base of your skull for the
base of the skull, goes down the spine into the vagus nerve, and you get this flaring out all through here, like boom, 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 and you see your whole thing lighting up 5 times. That is the healing in itself, right there. That's number 2. Third is your heart. You know what I know, the heart is 5,000 times stronger in the neuron section than your brain. Now, how many years have you been teaching Caesar healing? Have you heard me say it's 5,000 times stronger, and that's all I know? Well, I now know it's connected to your higher self, this omni-consciousness, the whole process right there. But 5 breaths in your heart. Now, that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Stomach right here. And you from your stomach up to your kidneys, your liver, your pancreas, all the stuff in here, you shoot it up from here up. You're going to, that's 20th breath right there, 20 breath. You go to your lower chakra, you get to the very base of this bottom chakra, and you go through this whole journey, and you look for anything that's out of alignment, and you go into your large intestine or your bladder or whatever, and just get the energy, and your 5 breaths there. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 breaths now. You're thinking you're retired? Oh, I'm so sorry. Because if you wanted to, you could take, now I told her, go and do the 5 to 10 breath, or the 25 breaths, and go out there and do this thing.
the next set of breath.
The next breath, you see it coming into your fingertip where you cut yourself. You cut yourself there, and you won't see it magically just heal over, but you'll see it heal. And that's the key. So I know my friend has been doing this because she's been 30 days. I've talked to her about, she's been doing it, and she didn't do it right. She's righter now than she's ever been before. That's right, Gail. But I'm not talking about Gail, but she was not as right as she could have been because she did the 5 breath meditation. And the 6 breaths, so this morning she tells me, or this afternoon, so she wrote me an email. She said, I did 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I don't know. She did a bunch of them on her legs, her hips, her breathing. And I can tell you this, you'll get hooked up on this thing. You'll get hooked up big time.
Well, we're hooked because we're getting the results.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're not.
Yeah,
I'm sure
what's the result?
we're not mired in our family matrix, the old family matrix, or the old workplace, or even our old way of doing things. We move past that.
That's right.
Yeah.
What am I moving towards? I'm going to hear a large guess. You call her here right now. You don't have to. I'm learning to age my soul. And my aging soul is not about how many years I've lived here, how many more years I'm going to live. It's aging my soul. If I can do it in one more year, I'm gone. Bye-bye. But I don't think it's going to happen that quick, because the more I age my soul, the more it wants.
And I think that's what I know that's what the great shift in consciousness
Exactly.
is all about for us spiritual seekers.
That's right.
That we don't have to die and then come back to do our next segment of life to age our soul. We can do it right now.
I told you, I was on this airplane in 1945. I died from another lifetime. Doesn't matter who or whatever it is. If you know, that's great. But I died at 1945. In 1946, I was born in this place in New York. And just there I was, and just this runty little kid with the parents. And you know, I can tell you about parents, unbelievable parents, but understand it had nothing to do with my parents. Nothing to do with my parents at all. So those of you that are stuck with your parents doing things that you don't like, shake it off, because your life is going to age your soul. You're aging your soul, you're aging it in love, and that's the key right there. And I guarantee you, nobody will ever get into your space again that you can't control, because you just control, you smile at them, and you smile, and they could, not going to kill you, but you don't have to worry about it. You're not going to have it happen that way. So aging your soul, that's the key.
That's the key.
That's the key. I think we've done our fair share. We've gone well over the time we normally do.
Well,
here.
we really, we started at 3:30 about, right?
Okay, we'll go a couple more minutes.
You have another question?
Okay.
So-
David,
Can
David, go ahead.
David?
he's asking about the 5 breath meditation.
Yes.
So he's saying, so it's 5 breaths at head, pineal, heart, solar plexus, and lower chakra. Then subsequent 5 related to the issues you're addressing.
Absolutely.
Could be 5 more. Yes, most assuredly. You got 20 more. You know, I don't think you would, because what happens is, before you even get to the 4th dimension, David, we just do the 5 breath. Do the 5 with me right now. That's 1. Now hold right there. When I say that's 1, if you're seeing photon energy above your head, you see the golden particles, you bring it down into your chest, to your heart, back up your shoulders, down your hand, into that head right there. That's the perfect breath.
That's the path of the particles. Okay.
Second breath.
Okay, that's something new pattern there.
What?
That's a new pattern.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, you got to do it. Now, that's the first breath. But now, after you go through this thing right here, you get to the 5 breaths. You do it perfectly. And perfectly, I can tell you this thing. I can tell you, I've been working on this for a long time now. And sometimes I'm going to... Oh, I didn't get the car fixed today. Oh, damn. I didn't do this over here. It's close enough. I can tell you this thing. If you did 5 breaths of golden particle energies through your hand into your brain, you will feel it right now. You come into this thing through here, you come in here, and what's the 2 things we learned here about the cones and the what?
Bars.
The bars. The cones and the bars in the eye. There's a million cones in each eye. A million cones in each eye. Think about that. And 100 million bars in each eye. Not to say it's wrong. No.
Bars.
It's a million, and there's 10 million bars in each eye. So you got to go right through it. And when you come down through here, you catch into the vagus nerve. You can go. You get in the computer. You can find the vagus nerve. You look for vagus nerve, and they'll show you when it goes down. It spreads out all through your body. One nerve. It's the most huge nerve in your body, and it goes. And now you got to get 5 of those right there. So David, still with me? I know you're not, but you get back to me, because I can tell you that you come to your heart. This is the most exciting part, because your heart has got 500 5,000 times stronger than your brain neuron.
So you're activating your brain, your heart neuron.
That's right. You're going to need that to get to the fourth dimension. Anyway, then get your
Oh,
stomach.
wait, now you have to put your right over, no,
Right down.
right
Left
on the
over.
chest, left on the
Right.
right palm.
That's exactly what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
He
The
gets
stomach-
excited.
Get to the stomach. You do the same thing here. And you move it from here up into your liver and your kidneys. And why do you do that? You say, nothing wrong with my kidney. My friend over here, he's got bladder cancer, bottom chakra cancer. What does he want?
Prostate.
He's got to go through this whole journey. The whole journey. And we get down to this, the lower Johnny here, and then there's the 5 breaths. There's bowels and the little thing over here,
Intestines.
the little thing over here, the
Appendix.
appendix. Thank you. I didn't think about that, but anyway, you got to make sure it's all done. Now, after you're through with that, that's 25 breaths, right? It doesn't take that long. It really doesn't. And you said 25 more. Well, you do 5 or 10 or doesn't matter. You go and go to the place where you got little problems with. Patty last night, I don't think it went out. Patty healed me last night. I told her something, something in my finger, arthritis or something. I didn't say arthritis, she said arthritis. But it has been aching for the last 2 or 3 days. So I said, do that, do my eyes, because my eyes got working. But anyway, she did it, and she said, how'd it feel? And I said, well, it feels all right. It didn't feel hurt. It wasn't painful, but it's not healed. So I go to my 4th dimension. I go up there, and I said, I got one for you up here, and I get to my blah, blah, blah. And I did what I had to do. This morning I got up, and she said, how'd you come? And I said, I saw. Everything was working perfectly. So that's the key to this whole process. Now, understand this. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody or anybody's better than me, but because understand I've been doing this for a long time now. I haven't even told you about this for years, months at least, maybe a year or so. I haven't told anything about it because there's too much involved to get from here to there. That's the magical part. You get from here to there, from here to there. It is so empowering. So
You're there in no time.
no
As
time.
long as you do the 5 breath meditation and love. It's
But it's morning and night. Night's the best for me because morning I get jammed up my day, and luckily I have a job where I don't have any set times I got to go past or get to or whatever, so I can really jam this whole thing in my morning meditation. Most of you can do this to it because the morning meditation is more powerful than you can even imagine.
okay. This is what Master Carol said. The morning 5 breath meditation is focused on your physical and emotional body. In the evening meditation, right before you go to sleep, it makes sense, right? It's focusing on your,
Omniconsciousness.
what is your mental and spiritual body. So that's because you're ready to go to sleep and you're moving your consciousness
I hear this.
from the 3rd dimension to the 4th dimension.
I hear this little voice going, but ha ha ha. I have to come here next week.
So I've been, I hear. Sometimes I don't hear everything, but I hear.
No, you're doing a great job.
And so we're sharing this with you because we're really, really excited and really, what's the word? We
It's gonna
like
make-
the
It's
results.
gonna make a difference for you.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, it's gonna make a difference for you. If you're already taking some healing, use it now, like you've never used it before. Gail, she does healings here at the center, and she tells me she goes through the 5 breaths meditation. She comes up, and you go up here, the lymphatic system, Gail. You go up there and travels around. But understand that it's always about the signature cell healing. The foundation is what the signature cell healing is all about. And I'm going to tell you about a commercial, but I'm not going to do it because it's not today. Within a couple of days, within a week or so, you'll be able to find it on the website. The next class is available for signature cell healing.
It's in October.
No.
Oh, November. Okay. All right, then. I hope, Gail, I hope we're prepared for Master Carol in 2 weeks.
Well, where's Nathan? Nathan in there? Nathan didn't come in today, huh?
Maybe he's silent. He didn't come in chat.
Okay, so, too much.
We're done.
We're done. Okay, so join us in 2 weeks for Master Carol.
He's there. Nathan, shame on you. She knew I was going to call him out, right? Because he was here for this test the last couple of days, and he's got a beautiful smile and everything. Though he has to come right now. But,
Such a good question.
yeah,
Okay.
It's been great, hasn't it? It's been
So,
great.
so, don't take our word for it. Do it yourself. And, and it's going to offer you so much. Do the 5 breath, and pretty soon you'll be in the know of the 4th light. And so much more that you'll get to know about your other aspects of self.
Just concentrate on aging your soul.
Yeah.
Your soul. Age your soul. Don't worry about your body. Your body will follow it. Your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual body will follow your soul. I gotta go. I gotta stop right now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, reminding you again, 2 weeks, Master Carol the topic for Master Carol is moving your mastermind beyond the 3rd dimension, consciousness to the 4th. That's hour and a half with Master Guy Carol. And on this Sunday is our long distance healing Sunday, and it is a mastermind. So send in your request for healing, and be part of this consciousness of healing, a healing mastermind.
Next Sunday, right?
This coming
This coming
Sunday.
Sunday.
Say hi to Kelly when we're on.
You what?
Just to say, 'cause I
Wait.
heard something.
Okay, go ahead.
Just this quick.
Hello?
Okay, to Kelly, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, we got
I can see you too.
we got a success. Yay.
Yeah.
Hugs.
Yeah.
Hugs from my heart to you all.
Thank you. God bless you. And thank you for coming to tell us. Bye-bye.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
and next
Okay,
month,
that's good.
our subject is gonna be on a 5 breath meditation, but you gotta prepare for this. You gotta do it because we want your Master Kahu and Master Carol is gonna bring forth the mystery behind, be revealing the mystery behind
You've
the
heard me say things,
5
one to the
breath
fourth, one to the blah, 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 blah.
meditation.
But I tell you, it's real. And I said, I'm going to get her now because she was telling me, hold up the book. She says, here's my 10, I'm going to read the 10 principles. No, you're not. You read them.
I gotta read the whole thing. And it's
Yes.
all about Creator and me.
That's right. All right.
Okay,
bless
thank you for joining us. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a great program. Thank you so much. And we'll see you
Yeah.
next week, Sunday. For signature
And then
set,
Wednesday.
For the healing. And
The
please
31st.
come through that.
Yeah. In the meantime, test it out, the 5 breath.
Yeah.
You'll love it. You'll love the results.
Yeah.
Okay, aloha. We
Bye-bye.
love you. And keep breathing.
Keep That's a great thought. God bless you.